Hey guys, good morning. This is Angel bringing you another video on my high desert garden. The date is September 29th, 2020. We are approaching the end of the growing season. The colder days are coming, and I wanted to make a video on my garden before all these plants start to die out. As you can see, I still have some nasturtiums flowers, even in the month of September. So you guys remember on my previous videos, I started my nasturtiums in pots back in, I believe it was the second week of April. And at that time, I didn't have much hopes for nasturtiums, since this was my first time trying to grow it. But not a problem, despite whatever they say on YouTube, that this plant will not survive the extreme temperatures. Here you have them. If you guys are fans of growing morning glories, the high desert is very good to grow this flower. It's very beautiful, but the only problem with these guys are, the only problem is that they are very invasive. It's a very invasive plant, so if you are not careful, they will take over your whole yard, and the vines, they just wind up all over the place, and man, they just wind up around the tomatoes, your cucumbers, anything that you can possibly imagine. So it's you gotta be very careful when you grow nasturtiums. The morning glories. This is the nasturtium that I'm talking about. This is the pot that made the miracle, and I'm very happy. I'm gonna be growing nasturtiums next year, but as I had mentioned on previous videos, this time around I'm gonna grow them directly in the ground, not in pots. My chipeling plants are finally going to seed. I still have about 3 more weeks of decent temperature. I really hope that these guys produce seed for me, because it's very hard to find chipeling seeds. The ones I got, someone from Guatemala brought me the seed, but that's the only way that you can find the seed, if you bring them from El Salvador or Guatemala or any place where people grow this plant. But I don't think you can find it on eBay, so I really hope that I can harvest some seed from this plant. This is a different color, another morning glory that is just growing wild. And as I was telling you, see how it's winding up around this plant, but it's okay. It's just at the end of the growing season, and they're not really interfering with anything anymore, since the growing season is almost over. But this is a very popular morning glory that grows wild around my house and in the high desert. I really recommend morning glories, but be careful, because they are very super invasive. This video in the month of September, like towards the end of September, is gonna be only on my flowers. This is probably going to be the last video that I'm going to be able to make for you guys when it comes to flowers. I'm not really sure the name of this plant. I know in El Salvador they call them maravillas. Maravillas. They come in different colors. Sometimes they tend to have mixed colors within one flower. It's like half is gonna be red and the other half is gonna be yellow. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about in just a moment. If you guys know the name of this plant, please leave a comment in the comment sections. And but I know they call it maravilla in Spanish. And this is another plant that you have to be careful because it's very invasive. See this right here? That's the seed. That thing's gonna drop onto the raised bed, and believe me, it's just next year they just come back like crazy. And as you can see, there's lots of them all over the place. So what I do towards the beginning of the growing season in the spring, what I do is just that once the seedlings start to come out from the ground, I just pull them out because oh my goodness, you don't want to have too many of them. I have a couple of these plants planted in pots, but this year I'm not gonna bring them inside the house during the winter time because these guys, these type of plants, they attract some type of a white fly that lay eggs behind the leaves, and oh my goodness, they tend to fly all over the house, inside the house, and I can't have that. I don't want to get sick from having lots of bugs inside the house. So unfortunately, I wish I knew someone that can take this plant home, and or maybe a place where it doesn't get very cold. But this plant is gonna have to say goodbye. I know it's not gonna be able to tolerate the extreme cold weather up here in the high desert. So pretty much gonna die, and that's gonna be a waste. Now this is the second round for zinnias. This is the raised bed where I had my corn planted, and after the corn was done producing, I somehow new zinnias started to zinnia seedlings started to come up from the ground. And look at this. Very amazed because usually I don't start my zinnias until the beginning of the growing season in March sometime. But this seed, these guys, they started the seedlings started to come up in the middle, either towards the end of July or the beginning of August. And look at this, and that gives me an idea. Next year I'm not gonna start my zinnias too early in the season because they don't tolerate the cold weather. And when I sow the seed directly in the ground, a lot of the seedlings, they don't make it because it's still too cold. So just a tip for the people that live in the high desert, you can start your zinnias maybe the beginning of June, or like towards the middle of July, if you want to grow the zinnias successfully. I'm not a professional gardener, guys, and I learn as I go, and I didn't know this. Look at this. These guys, the seedlings, I guess it was just some seed that dropped in the ground and just came up. And I'm very happy because the zinnias look very healthy, and that just gave me another idea that not to start the zinnias too early in the year. Just wait until it gets really hot, and they will come up. Look at this. So I'm gonna assign a raised bed just for zinnias next year, and it's gonna be one of my projects for next year, to have a raised bed just filled with zinnias, nothing but zinnias. It's gonna be very beautiful. This year I lost thousands of seedlings to the cold weather, because I don't know if you guys remember, but the beginning of the year it got very windy, and it was still cold even towards the end of April. So I lost all my seed, all the seed that I dropped on the ground. All my zinnias, they all died. And then the ones that made it, they got overtaken by the corn that was inside within this raised bed. So it really was not a good year for me to grow zinnias, but I'm gonna give it another shot in 2021 if we are still alive. Shukra Khuda. I'm gonna be ending this video. I just thought of making this video. Oh, by the way, guys, see this guy right here? Please tell me in the comment section if that is a beneficial insect for my garden or not. I've been meaning to make a video about this guy right here. I don't know if they bite or not. I think they are called grasshoppers. I'm not really sure. If you know the name of this bug, please let me know in the comment section. I don't know if it's beneficial or not. They sure know how to blend in between the leaves. But yeah, please leave a comment in the comment section and tell me if they are beneficial, because I have hundreds of those all over the yard. Literally, as I walk by the plants, they just jumped. Sometimes they even hit me in my face. But yeah, so I'm gonna be ending this video, guys. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel and for always comment. Please, if you have any suggestions on how to start a fall garden or what type of plants you grow in this area, please let me know, because it's always nice to have a nice community of gardeners in this area. And I'm gonna say goodbye by showing you, last but not least, my plumeria plants. I've been showing these plants throughout the whole year, and I do because this is by far my favorite plant that I grow in this yard in the high desert. This is the plumeria. This is a very tropical plant. If you guys were standing where I am right now, you will really agree that this is the most beautiful and plant in the whole world, just because it's not only beautiful, but it just smells so fresh. It has this very particular scent to it that I just love so much. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you have any questions, any suggestions, please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section, and don't forget to like my videos if you like them. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Take care now. Bye bye.